Hello, hello. Welcome to the Witches Movie Coven. It is Wednesday night, Witches, and here we are back for more movie talk with your favorite hosts. And we're all here except for one. That's Patti Negri, and she should be here in just a few minutes. So I'm going to step in and just get us started until our lovely co-host returns to give her opinions on Oscar movies. And that's our theme tonight. So before we do that and walk the red carpet, let's introduce ourselves. Let's start with the red carpet man himself, Richard Lale.
That would be me. I was going to actually wear red carpet tonight, and then I decided it would be too warm, and I decided instead to wear sequins, which in hindsight, maybe I should have worn the red carpet. Anyway, I am Richard Lale. Richard Lale is one name, not two. If I were Richard, I'd be a... Thank you very much. A psychic medium used to be a psychic small, but now I have gained some weight. That being said, if you would like to sleep with me, you can go right over here somewhere to Mystery Control, right over there. You can sleep with my pillow. You used to be able to get in Patty's panties, but apparently there's some tariff thing. Anyway, but you can be a bro witch. You can get quotes. You can get Heather's I didn't mind it. You can get Don't Make Me Hex You. All of these fabulous things. Join our coven. You can dress like us. You can sleep with a pillow of me or me. Why not? All the same.
Wow.
Anyway. Thanks for all the likes, the comments. They do help us to continue to give great entertainment for you. We see you. We love you. Comment, everyone. Like and subscribe.
Thank you, Richard Lale. I love the sequence, I have to say. That is fabulous. That is absolutely fabulous. Dream sequence. Well, let's go over to Courtney Buckley, who's the next one in my square next door.
That's me, Courtney Buckley, ghost bait on Scared and Alone, and I feel underdressed, guys, because you all look so fabulous, and I have all of one going out shirt. This is it. I put it on for you, but it's not as exciting as what you guys have on. So, but I am ready to, I'm sure, get into some arguments this evening, because I'm sure that we will have differing opinions, and yours will be wrong and mine will be right. So.
Uh-oh.
As they always are.
The stage has been set. Jason?
I am Jason Mankey. That is, what, 2 words, not one? I don't know. I've written a bunch of books, written 10 books. This is one of them. It's by my desk right now. This is the Horned God of the Witches. Everybody likes to do 10. I am wearing a silk shirt tonight because it is our special Oscars show. Courtney Buckley has her strap-on gown with her shoulders showing. I think she looks amazing. Heather, of course, looks ready for the opera, always elegant. And, of course, Richard Lale, dressed to the nines every time we do this show, looking sharp. This is a special night, and I'm happy to share it all with my coven. It's so good to be with all of you.
Absolutely.
Don't butter me up, Jason.
That's what it is.
The off-the-shoulder gown? I mean, come on, Courtney. You look ready for the red carpet.
Jason, I have sweatpants on, so...
I'm not even wearing pants.
I'm ready for the fight. Not the red carpet. I got my claws out. I'm ready to go.
And Heather, who are you?
Well, yes, I guess I should introduce myself. I am the author of Lights, Camera, Witchcraft. It is a definitive guide to witches in movies and television, American movies and television. I'm a journalist as well as a editor at Llewellyn Worldwide. I edited Dollcraft, which is Patty's book, as well as working on my own and a lot of other wonderful witchy authors, some of which we have here and we see in our our chat. 10 books, Jason?
10.
I am not Jason. 10 times. I am not Jason's editor at Llewellyn, though, and Jason's editor is equally as fabulous, so I will just add that. So, but now at this point in our normal show, we go over to Richard Lale, who usually gives us a synopsis of the movie, but we're talking about a lot of movies. So do you have something for us? Maybe you'll start us off with one of the main movies that are up for Oscars tonight. Maybe you can start with yours and just kind of start us off a little bit.
Well, sure, I'd be delighted. So the Oscars. Wow, the Oscars. Having lived in Los Angeles, California, I have never attended the Oscars ever once. Because not only was I not invited, but also I might have gone to the Oscars if I would have been invited. I was never invited. Yes, I've been in films. I will tell you, I was never. A film I was in was nominated for Best Picture. That was Tangerine. That was a few years ago, where I got to play a transvestite prostitute. Classy. That seems to be the constant thing that I get to play. That being said, we are talking about Oscar movies, specifically the ones this year, not the ones from times past. I'm going to be talking about Frankenstein. If you have not seen it, you definitely know about it, whether it be Young Frankenstein, whether it be whatever. You know the story of Frankenstein. Dr. Frank builds a creature, Brad and Janet see androids fighting. Anyway, that's sort of it. We've got a lot to cover with Frankenstein, though, because they've got a lot of Oscar nominations. I actually have them pulled up, and I will tell you what those are as soon as I go back over here to the Google machine and remember where I put that. Not that one. Plants. I've been looking for plants, not those kind of plants, but plants. I'll just quickly re-Google it because otherwise it would take forever. Frankenstein Oscar nominations. They are Best Motion Picture of the Year, Guillermo del Toro, J. Miles Dale, Scott Stuber. Best Supporting Actor, Jacob Elordi as the Creature. Best Cinematography, Dan Lauston. Best Makeup and Hairstyling, Mike Hill, Jordan Samuel, Cleona Fury. Best Original Score, Alexandre Desplat. Best Sound, Greg Chapman, Nathan Robitaille, Nelson Ferreira, Christian T. Cook, Brad Zorin. Best Adapted Screenplay, and why did I click the button? I clicked the button. Best Adapted Screenplay, 98th Academy Awards. Best Sound, Greg Chapman. I already said that. Brad Zorin. The film released by Netflix. Netflix in 2025 also secured multiple Saturn Awards. Nominations, was recognized by the American Film Institute as one of the top 10 films of 2025.
That's awesome.
I didn't write that.
So this special show, each one of us is going to present one of the movies, specifically witchy or witchy adjacent movies that are being awarded or nominated. So we're going to start with Frankenstein, and so maybe we want to do a ones up on ones down on Frankenstein every time we feature a movie, because that's what we're doing tonight. We're featuring the witchy movies because there's a lot of witchy movies that are being nominated. So let's just do a quick ones up on ones down on our first presentation, Frankenstein. I can't remember what we did. I think we were pretty much unanimous. Wait a minute, Jason. Oh, that's right.
I didn't like Frankenstein. I thought it was way too long. It floundered on and on and on. I was bored. It was beautiful. It certainly was beautiful, but there was too much Frankenstein. Movies do not need to be that long. I am giving you a wands neutral. It's worth watching, but I can't imagine that I'll ever really watch it again.
I love it. I love it.
I love it.
That's why I didn't have to do this, because we talked about it last week. Jason doesn't like Frankenstein.
You know, the reason I like it is because every time I see Frankenstein, any version, all I can hear is Bela Lugosi complain about Boris Karloff, that cocksucker. Every time, any Frankenstein, that's the only thing I think about. So how could I not? Also, do you like my Oscar? I don't have anything else.
Well, we're going to keep coming back to all these movies that are witchy and are getting awards. But before we do that, typically in the show, we're going to kind of stick to the thing. I'm going to do some 5 things. You have something to say before I move on to my 5 things, Jason?
No.
Oh, okay.
I do.
No.
I'm gonna smack Jason in the face with my hairbrush because how dare you say something like that about Frankenstein? It was beautiful and it was sad and it broke my heart. It didn't tear my soul from my body like some other movies did that I'll talk about today, but it was beautiful and he just wanted to have a friend. He was just a little guy and he just wanted to have a friend, and I cried myself to sleep after watching it. And I've never cared about Frankenstein before.
I needed a cup of coffee to wake back up. That is what I needed after watching the film.
You know what you need is taste in movies. That's what you need.
It's fine.
Ooh. Well, it started early.
This is sassy tonight. Holy crap.
Man. I cried myself to sleep too, Courtney. I was 100%. I was an absolute wreck after Frankenstein. I was an absolute wreck. So I'm totally with you there. He just was
Boris Karloff's the original. We don't need anything but the original with Boris Karloff. That's all we need. That's all that's necessary.
The makeup for the original Boris Karloff was so intense that he actually would go home and sleep in it. And he was actually pulled over, heading home from Hollywood, pulled over by a cop who nearly died when he walked up to the window. And there was Boris Karloff with the flat head and the green skin. Nearly died. Was not expecting that in 1931, 32.
And so iconic, right? Like when people think of Frankenstein's monster, that's what they think of. They think of Boris Karloff in that makeup, even though that's not particularly accurate to the book. And we will stop talking about the snow, Heather.
Well, we did a whole show on it. So if we want to talk about, if you guys want to see our actual opinions on all of the arguments and hexing, you can always go to the shows, because we've reviewed all of these shows that we're going to be talking about, where we get into them.
Superman we didn't discuss.
Well, and I wasn't there for Frankenstein, so that's why I had to just say my piece just now. So
yeah,
we're gonna save Superman for a little bit. So I'm gonna do the history first, and so I can warm myself up for the Superman conversation, Jason. So usually I do 5 things, and I had thought a fun 5 things would be just some Oscar history, so we know kind of where it started and where it didn't, because we don't have a specific movie. So Oscars started in 1920. Well, the Oscars, the organization began in 1927, and they started the idea for the Oscars, right? They wanted to have this is when the movie industry was starting to congeal. I got to put this guy down. He was starting to congeal, and they started to make organizations. They started to try to figure out how to censor themselves before the government did. There was a lot of industry stuff going on to sort of bring everybody together after 30 years of a free-for-all in the industry as it built. So one of the things that formed then was the Academy of Arts and Sciences. And of course, they're the ones who immediately said, let's have an award show. So 1929, May 16th was the first award show held at the Roosevelt Hotel Blossom Room. I think there was like 19 awards given. And then the first televised version was 1953. So this is sort of the beginnings of the Oscars. So number 2, we have the statue itself, a little magic, which I thought was super cool when I was reading about it. So the original statue was created in 1927. It was kind of formulated by the end of that year. It was originally to be a knight with a sword with a big film canister behind it with 5 spokes. So the 5 spokes were specifically to represent the 5 main areas of filmmaking, which are acting, directing, producing, technicians, and writing. So that's the 5. And so the spokes represent that, and the sword represents protection for the industry itself. So you have a little bit of magic in the creation of Oscar himself. Of course, by the end, they streamlined it. He isn't a knight, and he is what we see today. And he's always been metal, gold-plated metal, except for during the wartime years when he was plaster painted, because obviously wartime and metal was scarce. So it's kind of some cool stuff. So
and everyone who wins one gets plastered. And also the people who don't.
Yes, that's true. It's part of it, right? That's what's going to happen after the after party after the show, right? So back to number 3. So films. First firsts. So the first film to win the Oscar for Best Picture is called Wings. It was a silent film. The last film that's all black and white to ever win an Oscar was called The Apartment, 1960. I just recently watched it. It's with Jack Lemmon. So good, so good. Let's see. The first time they offered the feature animated film award was in 2002. Does anyone know what film won that year? 2000. It was a 2001 animated film.
Was it Nemo?
Nope.
A Toy Story?
Shrek. No, you guys are. It was Shrek.
Oh.
As it should have been, and Toy Story should win no awards and just be lit on fire.
So.
Yep. Can't throw anything away ever again.
The first animated feature film to win Best Picture. Do we know what that is?
Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs.
No. Try again.
Oh,
Beauty
Little
and the
Mermaid.
Beast. Beauty and the Beast.
Oh,
Beauty or
Stockholm Syndrome, the musical, you mean?
That's true.
What did it win for?
Best Picture.
It won Best Picture?
Yes. First film to win Best Picture. Yes. No, animated. Yes. So let's see. First foreign film to win Best Picture.
It's Tangerine.
Parasite. That's right. And let me see. So that's Best Pictures. First picture that had a female director. And we know that one.
Tangerine. I was in that one.
No. The Hurt Locker. I never saw that one actually. 2008. And the first picture to have a black director.
Tangerine. I was in that one.
12 Years a Slave. 2013. So we're going to move on. Some more trivia. Best directors. So let's talk about directors. The first film and the first women director to actually win Best Director was for Hurt Locker, Catherine Bigelow. The director with the most amount of Best Director Oscars is John Ford. I don't know if anyone knows who that is. He's an older director. He did a lot of Western films. John Wayne, think of that. First Latino person to win Best Director was for Gravity in 2014, Alfonso Cuarón. And the first Asian director, Ang Lee, for Brokeback Mountain in 2006. There has yet to be a black director that has won a Best Director award. And that's
until
important.
Sunday. Until Sunday.
That's why we're bringing it up. Okay, I got one more trivia for a section for you. So this is going to be Best Actors. The first, the actress with the most amount of awards and nominations for Best Actress. Anyone know who that might be?
Meryl Streep.
Close, but no. It's a good guess.
Glenn Close.
Nope.
Courtney Cox.
No. Katharine Hepburn, man, you got to go back further. And the actor, this has surprised me. The actor with the most amount of wins, Daniel Day-Lewis.
That doesn't surprise me.
It surprises me. So the first black actor to win for a Best Actor award, Sidney Poitier, 1964, for Lilies of the Field. The first
that movie.
Yes,
that movie.
I read the book too. It was a great book too. Yes. The first black actress to win for Best Actress was Halle Berry, Monster Ball.
Oh, really?
Yes.
Yeah.
Dorothy Dandridge. But no, I guess Halle Berry.
Hattie McDaniel won Best Supporting Actress for Gone with the Wind. But of course, she wasn't allowed to actually attend the opening of the film because of segregation. So it's a really sick sort of story. The first Asian actress to win an award for Best Actress is Michelle Yeoh for Everything Everywhere All at Once, which I absolutely love this movie. And this is the weird one. So the Best Asian Actor to First Actor was in 1957. Yul Brynner is who they say, which is, yes, Yul Brynner's fabulous, but
I know, not really.
Is he really? I mean, it's kind of like a weird thing. There's a little bit of strangeness with that.
Can I give you a weird Yul Brynner fact?
We'd love one.
So our friend Gwen Raven, who has been on this show once, when he was a child, was in a production of Oliver on London's West End, where he was Oliver, and he starred with Yul Brynner. And
I
he said that
remember.
Yul Brynner used to take him drinking at age 8 after the show. So there you go. There's your weird Yul Brynner fact for the night.
And it's there's some really great, I was diving into some of the history. It was really great. And we don't have, and we're get to the next film here, we don't have a whole lot of movies that are in the horror and fantasy genre that tend to win Best Picture, which is why we don't tend to have many of our witch films have not won Best Picture, which may change Sunday. The only one that is adjacent that has won Best, well, there's several of them that have gotten close, but the only one, and we haven't even reviewed it yet, and it's kind of adjacent, is Mary Poppins, that is actually about a magical person that has actually won Best Picture.
I actually forgot. I was in the story behind the story. What was the name of that film? It had Tom Hanks as Walt Disney.
Oh yeah.
Yes.
I can't remember.
The name of it now.
Oh,
Mary Poppins, Behind the Music.
Yeah.
Yes, but no, it was the one where it goes to the life of the author, and then she meets Disney, and Disney wants to turn it into a film. And he buys the rights, and then she's across the street, actually at the hotel where the first Oscars were. I haven't lived in LA for years, so I can't remember now. She was across the street. Doesn't matter. She was across the street from the Oscars, and she was crying in the bar. And I was so lucky to be in this film because I was limo driver number 3. That was my big role.
Saving Mr. Banks.
That's it.
Yeah, there you go. That's it.
Yep, I was in that one. You can kind of see me in the Oscar scene where was it the premiere scene? The premiere of Mary Poppins. I'm limo driver number 3 in that movie right there.
I was surprised to find out about the author's raging cocaine addiction while I was watching that movie. And when she says spoonful of medicine, spoonful of sugar makes the medicine go down, she wasn't talking about sugar. She's talking about cocaine. That's what she was talking about. Surprising film.
Cocaine
surprising.
On a cloudy day.
Drugs are just bad, okay?
Yeah,
when
drugs.
It's cold outside, I've got that crack cocaine. I guess you'll say, what can make her feel that way? Cocaine. Wow. That's it.
Well, maybe we should move on to one of our next witchy movies that's up for an award. Courtney, why don't you take that one away?
Absolutely. So I'm going to start with the one that I cannot stop talking about. My pick of the year that should win every award, and if it doesn't, I might never watch another movie again. And that would be Sinners. So hold on one second. Let me pull up. I have copious amounts of notes. So Sinners is a 2025 horror action movie. And if you saw it and thought it was a vampire movie and only a vampire movie, get an education. If you did not see it in IMAX, you probably didn't get it either, or don't understand why it was so good. Because it was filmed in IMAX and it was meant to be seen in IMAX. And I don't care how pretentious I sound about it. It actually does make a difference. It was directed by Ryan Coogler, released on April 18th, 2025, with a budget of $90 to $100 million. It is nominated for a record-breaking 16 Oscars this year. Hold on, I'm pulling up my document, my many-page document. It is nominated for Best Picture, Best Director, Best Actor for Michael B. Jordan, Best Supporting Actor for Delroy Lindo, Best Supporting Actress, Wunmi Masaku, Best Original Screenplay, Best Casting, Best Film Editing, Best Cinematography, Best Production Design, Best Sound, Best Original Score, Best Original Song for I Lied to You, Best Visual Effects, Best Costume Design, and Best Makeup and Hairstyling. So again, it set the record for most Oscar nominations at 16. The previous record of 14 was shared by All About Eve from 1940, Titanic in 1997, and La La Land in 2016. I think that this movie deserves every award that it's nominated for, but it also deserves the title of most Oscar-nominated film. There's a couple of categories that I would like to stress why I feel certain ways about. If it does not win Best Picture, I will lose my ever-loving mind, because it was an amazing film with a lot of layers, a lot of work went into it, a lot of great people were in it. Overall, I've seen several of the Best Picture nominees, and I don't think any of the other ones did a better, made me feel what I felt when I saw this at the movie theater. So that is a movie. It's a film. It's an experience. Best Director for Ryan Coogler, it was, I can't even get too far into it, but he had a vision and he pulled it off. Best Actor for Michael B. Jordan. Before this movie, was not a huge Michael B. Jordan fan. I couldn't have cared less about Michael B. Jordan. However, when I watch, hold on, Jason, I watch this movie, I can close my eyes and know which twin is talking. And they're both played by him. So, and it's subtle. It is the way that they talk. It is, not just that they wear two different colors, but the way that they talk, the way that they move, all different little things. And he does that beautifully without it being obnoxious, like he's trying too hard. So I appreciate that. All of the actors categories: Best Supporting Actor, Best Supporting Actress, Best Original Screenplay, I think it should win because it was a brilliant idea, just overall. Best Cinematography, I think, is a very important one because, and I said this the minute I walked out, especially after having seen it in IMAX, the use of the continuous shot in this movie. I think there was 3 at least where, including the whole scene with I Lied to You, where they're showing generationally all of these cultures and everything else, and it's one continuous shot, and it is the most brilliantly executed thing I've ever seen in my entire life, and I cannot even talk about it without getting chills, let alone tears pouring down my face when I'm watching it in the movie theater. And so I think that for one. I could maybe, on things like costume design and hairstyling, not have to boycott every movie ever if it didn't win that, but for the big categories, I think it needs, this is it. There is no other choice for these categories. So Sunday's going to be a big day for me, because I love movies. And if I can never watch one again because this movie doesn't win what it should win, I'm going to be very upset. So that is my Sinners presentation. Wands up or wands down?
Wands up or wands down?
Can't see my wand. It's too high. It's the highest it's ever been.
Hey, Patty's back. Fingers up.
I'm half here. I am half here. I'm doing what I can do. Been crazy, but I was missing you guys. Hi.
Hi. You look fabulous.
Thank you. This was I just threw this on over my sweats, over my dusty sweats. But I knew you would dress. I knew you would dress. Richard Lale, you got the jacket. Everybody, even you've got nice shiny shirt on, Chase. Everybody. So I had to. So we're voting
Richard
for
Lale. Is that 3? Is that
yeah,
only
I
3
really am
quarters up
concerned
for
about
Sinners?
this.
What?
It's 3 quarters up. It's 3 quarters up. I didn't care for it then. I mean, I love that it's groundbreaking. Yay for the actors, yay for the groundbreaking. As far as a script, as far as a plot, I found it confusing. I found it trite. I didn't like it. I didn't like Sinners. And I'm voting 3 quarters because the acting was good, the costuming was good. I didn't like it. I'd never watch it again. Didn't like it.
Wow. Whoa, that's a complete blackout down there.
Wow.
Wow, there you got a clue.
Mm-hmm.
Wow. I think we better move on before so we can get more.
Wow.
I really didn't like it. I thought it was too long. I thought I didn't like the vampires.
The vampires had nothing to do with anything. The vampires, it was not a vampire movie.
I didn't like the vampires. I think I understand why they were trying to sort of do integration and talk about, but I absolutely hated the vampires. I hated the vampires in that film. It ruined it for me like flames on the sides of my face.
Wow. Serious.
That would ruin your very pretty face.
Courtney, speechless.
Oh, I'm not speechless. I'm mentally hexing, and it's a big one. So,
whoa. Oh,
so
what
sorry,
do you got?
I love you.
Turn it down.
No,
It's just kind of, I didn't turn it down. It's just 3/4 the way. It's not up. It's okay. I'll never watch
We
it
can
again.
have different opinions sometimes, and you know
And
what? We can
some of
still
them
love
can
each
be-
other
right. Some of
and
them
keep
can
our
be
lights
right,
mostly
some of them
on.
And I love
can be completely wrong.
I love Frankenstein.
I also love Frankenstein.
I love Lamp.
Are you just looking at things and saying you love them?
I love Lamp.
I love Lamp.
I love Lamp.
So that show is not part of this, Jason. We can save that for another time.
Except that is a witchy movie, as I proved.
That you did prove that.
It's not an Oscar-nominated film, though.
Not Oscars. Yeah. We got to go to weapons. Who had weapons? That's one. Jason, go for it.
So Weapons is only nominated for one Oscar award, and I think it should have been nominated for Best Original Screenplay. Maybe not one, Courtney, but should have at least been nominated. And of course, Amy Madigan, in her role as Aunt Gladys, is up for Best Supporting Actress in a Motion Picture. Interestingly enough, Madigan has been nominated for an Oscar before, way back in 1986 for Twice in a Lifetime. So if you don't remember Weapons, imagine your worst aunt at Thanksgiving possible, but she looks like a homicidal clown. You're not sure of her age, and she sort of kidnaps, maybe isn't the right word, but possesses the brains of children so she can steal their life force so that she can live longer. How old is Aunt Gladys? She could be hundreds of years old. She uses the term consumption once, which fell out of favor at the end of the 19th century. This is one of the rare horror movies that has actually gotten an Oscar nomination. And Madigan's role as Aunt Gladys. Aunt Gladys is clearly an evil witch, and she uses magic to go about her evil ways. Of course, in the end, magic is her downfall, as her great, what would it be, great nephew, maybe even great nephew, figures out how to turn the tables on Gladys. This is, I think, a great film, and Madigan is definitely the favorite to win Best Supporting Actress, and if she doesn't win, I'll be very, very surprised on Sunday. And look how creepy she is. Holy crap. I will admit, when I first started watching this movie, I thought she was a vampire and not a witch, because there was just something so unhuman about her appearance.
Mm-hmm. She's a really interesting character. I had a talk with someone about this on a level of comparing her with other witches, and in my book, and the analysis of the way they present witches and witches what they do. And she's a really interesting next evolution in the clown witch concept that I've put in my book, and I talk about how it's evolved, and she's the evil version of it, and you don't have an evil version. She's the first evil version of what is the clown witch. And clown witches in the past have been usually comedy and fun, like Bewitched, Endora is an example of it. So she would be, there's a lot of them. That's just the most obvious one. There's a lot of them over time. And she's the first time we have one in a horror film that's truly evil, turning that fear of clowns and the fear of witches and the fear of stealing kids and all that into one magical person. She's an interesting character for sure. I give this one a wands up. Anyone else?
Oh,
I love this movie.
I would
Oh,
argue,
this is
I would argue that she and Pennywise and Mary Poppins are all of the same genus.
Could be, and Endora. She's got to be from
That's
the
it.
same.
Do you think this movie should have gotten more nominations, Heather, as our movie, historian?
I think I think so. I like the idea of a best screenplay, original story, screenplay, that kind of area, because it was the there. But it's up against some hard hitters. I mean, the beauty of some of these other ones are just it's kind of like Wizard of Oz was up against Gone with the Wind and never would have won against Gone with the Wind. You know, it just wasn't going to happen. And it's a horror film, and the only horror film that's ever won Best Picture is Silence of the Lambs.
Yep.
And that's not even the heart of horror. It's not the same type of horror. So it's got a couple things against it, but it definitely was a fantastic story and very, very current. And but never would have won against Sinners for a best original screenplay. Never.
No, I don't think so either. But I thought it deserved the nomination.
Yeah,
For sure. I always like it when I'm surprised when I watch a movie, and very often I'm not surprised. Sinners was a movie that surprised me, and Weapons was a movie that surprised me, and they get extra points just for that.
But
I think it was probably my favorite thing about Weapons, watching it. Like, you can't recreate the first time that you saw it in the theater, right? Like, because I had no idea what it was, and I almost got mad and I almost wanted to leave because I thought it was going to be like a school shooting movie, and I was about to be really upset that I had sat through enough of it for it to turn into that. And when it turned witchy, and I don't think I've been that excited at a twist before. So I agree with you. I do think that it should have been nominated for more things, but not win them over Sinners. So,
but I also, looking at the best adapted screenplays, or those are adapted. Okay, hang on. Best originals. There's some heavy hitters. I mean, Blue Moon was, oh my goodness. If you guys haven't seen Blue Moon, watching that one is breathtaking. The acting is amazing, but it's not going to win. Some of these other ones, it's up against heavy hitters, but it definitely was excellent. For a horror film, very, very tight. Like Hereditary felt the same way. It was a really tight, really good horror film. Solid.
Yeah. And much better than Hereditary.
Oh, I don't know about that.
How dare you?
I love Hereditary.
Go away, Jason. Turn your own light off.
You know my feelings about Hereditary.
I have had enough of this.
Well, Patty hasn't said much here. I know you have a movie to present, so why don't you present your movie, Patty?
I certainly will. Hi, you guys. Thanks for covering for me. I'm in the middle of this insane project, the most insane thing I've ever done in my life. I should never have started it, but it's going to be really good when it's done. But yes, my movie is KPop Demon Hunters, which is perfect for me because I'm not an animation person. I'm not the K-pop person. But it has been nominated for 2 awards, both Best Animated Feature and Best Original Song, Golden. Golden is certainly popular. It's gone TikTok popular, Instagram popular. Everybody does Golden along the way. It released on Netflix in June, and it's about a girl group called Huntrix who secretly fight demons while competing with the rival boy band who are demons. So literally it's already got a Golden Globe for Best Animated Motion Picture, a Golden Globe for Best Original, right? It's won them already. Oh, yeah, it's won them Critics' Choice Award for Best Animated Feature. So it's doing good. Grammy Award for Best Song, 10 Annie Awards in the animation industry. So it's doing really well. It's over 100 things so far. I like how they use music as magic, both music as magic for the positive and music for magic as the negative. Kind of like only in Hollywood do we get, animated pop stars fighting supernatural evil and competing for best song. That's just kind of cracks me up about it. It is a super catchy song. Yes, I love the song. When I first saw it, again, not being an animation person, I liked the film. I thought it was good. It held me. But until I saw the real, and I like the music, I like the song, blah, blah, blah. But until I saw like a clip or a different show with the real singers singing Golden and the songs from it, which there's a million of, that's when it hit me. I guess that's my non-animation person. That's when I saw the passion, real humans putting into that music, into those songs. And there's so many cuts and fish. That's when I really got the music and fell in love with the music versus just, oh, that's catchy. Oh, that's catchy. I just totally fell in love with it. So I like the magical symbolism again, the girls win, good wins, bad demons go away. And they are pop stars. That's what it is. They made Barbie look fat and short, though. The animation.
It's anime.
Wow.
Yeah, the long legs. It's like, that just worries me, even though I am the ultimate Barbie girl for kids image wise and stuff. But I know it's animation. It's K-pop Demon Hunters. Good. So I'm going to go wands up on it. Especially.
Yeah, I think most of us enjoyed that when it came out. Courtney, maybe not.
So here's the thing: is I have refused to watch it because I work in a special ed classroom in an elementary school. So all I hear all day long is all the songs over and over again and commentary about all of the different characters. So I pride myself on being able to say, I don't know what you're talking about. The songs are so catchy. Like, I love the songs without having seen the movie, but don't tell them that, because then they'll sense my weakness. I don't think I can vote for it yet because I haven't seen it.
Okay. Richard Lale?
Fair.
I hated everything about it. I hated every second of it. I hated every kitschy, catchy tune. I cannot tell you how much I hated this movie. I felt that I had unleashed the demons by watching this film. I hated it with every fiber of my being. I cannot tell you how much I hated K-pop Demon Hunters.
Richard Lale is up to receiving now 2 death stares, one from me and one from Black Phillip himself. Wow. This is rough, guys. This is a rough night for Richard Lale.
You may not make it. Watch out for a drone attack. Now there's intel out that California's going to hit by drones. I think they're all going to New Orleans.
So just be careful out there, everyone.
Yeah.
So other movies that we have reviewed that have actually won Best Song, which is what this is mainly going to probably has the best chance of getting. It's a great song. I love K-pop Demon Hunters. I love the songs. I sing them. So the best songs is A Wizard of Oz, of course, won Best Song for Rainbow Over the Rainbow. We have one of our favorites, Coco, one for Remember Me, which makes us all cry. Hold it together, everybody. Yep. And then I think I'm about.
You did. You were frozen.
What was the last one you said?
Coco, Remember Me.
Yeah, we got that.
Yeah,
and then Frozen, Let It Go. Interestingly enough, Let It Go and Remember Me were written by the same duo, married duo. And then Little Mermaid also won Best Song for Under the Sea and was nominated for a second song as well. So Mary Poppins also got Best Song, but we haven't reviewed Mary Poppins yet. So those are some of the ones that have gotten Best Song that we've actually talked about. So who else has a movie too? I think what other witchy movies are up? I think
me. I have a dissertation. Me.
You.
And
yes,
it's so topical because someone has mentioned it in the comments. Tabitha, reading my mind. Tabitha said we need to do Hamnet. And let me tell you something. I misunderstood what we were doing tonight for this show. So what I, in my brain, intended to do, and I made like a 26-slide Google presentation, was I was going to go through and watch as many Oscar-nominated films as I could so that I could decide in each category who was going to win, even though I already knew. But I felt like I needed to be educated. So I had movies on my list that had no witchy nothing, because I maybe I was not there for the production meeting. I don't know. But either way, I misunderstood. So of all the movies that were on my list that I had not seen, I was like, Hamnet is the one that I wanted to see in the movie theater. So I'm going to start with Hamnet. And when I tell you, I started with Hamnet and I did not watch a single other movie, because I have not been the same since. Okay. I have notes here that I will read to you, because, hold on. I have to edit them because I give things away. So for those of us who have not seen it yet, I will not reveal too much. But I said, I just finished Hamnet, and all I can say is praise Satan I didn't see this in the theater. I had to take a break halfway through so I could make a poor attempt to stop crying, and I ended up hyperventilating. And producer Rob, I don't know if you have the picture, but I sent it to the group chat, what I looked like halfway through Hamnet. This movie feels like it tore my soul from my body and was not at all what I expected it to be. I had no idea it was going to be witchy. I had no idea what it was going to be. I thought it was going to be like a love story, and it was. Anything like that. It was that partially, but that's really not what it was mostly about. So I thought I was going to watch a girly little, like, be in my feelings, maybe a tear or two will come out. It's not what happened. Yeah, there it is. There's me, hysterical. I just finished hyperventilating, and then I had to watch another hour of this movie where it just continued to get worse. And by worse, I mean amazing, but I will never watch it again. To start, I didn't expect it to be witchy, and it was. There was a lot of callbacks that were really cool, that I appreciated. Spoiler. I don't think a single scene in a movie has broken my heart the way that one of the scenes in this movie did. It was an incredible movie. The cinematography was beautiful. The forest and the elements were also their own characters, which we always love. And having said all that, I will never watch it again, and I don't know how to recover from this. And I literally have not been the same person since. I dehydrated myself. I have not recovered. Yeah, wow. Tabitha has not made it through. I stopped literally halfway through. There was one particular scene, maybe you're at the same spot that I'm talking about. And it just, I couldn't breathe. I couldn't catch my breath because I was genuinely hysterical, and I had to stop the movie, and I was wailing. And it just kept getting, it was like nothing else could happen to make me feel like this. And then more things happened, and more things happened, and more things happened. And I was just sobbing audibly, hysterically, and I kept having to pause. I was screaming, no, not more. No, don't do that to me. No. So thank God I didn't see it in the movie theater. But it is amazing. I think there are, I think it deserves every nomination that it got. And I don't know if I want to watch it now. Definitely watch it, but be mentally prepared. And I was not. So learn from my mistakes. I did not know what I was getting myself into. It was worse than Coco. And I'm pretty sure when we did Coco, I hadn't finished crying while we started the show. It was worse than that. The crying was worse than Coco. So
worse than Frankenstein?
Yes, by a lot. Like the Frankenstein, I was crying, but I was like, it was like tears pouring and like some sniffling. This was like somebody died. Like I actually could not. Yeah, great. Let's put it there. That was only halfway through. There was still another hour of trauma after that. So yeah, I did not watch one single movie, one more. And I don't know, other people that I know have watched it, because that was my commentary on it, and cried, but didn't cry the way I cried. And I did make a note because I went through everything that it was nominated for, and I did make a note in one of those that I don't know that it was actually the movie that was making me feel that way. Like, the movie was great, but I think it was the way that I personally, with my life personally, connected to what was happening in the movie, that just, it was like a homing beacon on every single nerve that it could have plucked, and it plucked all of them. And then my body, which was 90% water, then became 2% water after that for a while.
Wow.
Go see it, please.
So One's up or one's down. Has anyone else seen it? This is one of the few I haven't seen yet, so I'm gonna watch it. I need a good cry.
No, this is not.
I'm just putting it down because of the propaganda. As a conspiracy theorist who doesn't think Shakespeare wrote those plays, I'm legally obligated to do this. It's not really a reflection on the
I don't
motion
even
picture
think it
quality.
reveals that he's Shakespeare until literally the last 5 minutes of the movie.
Okay, then I'll raise this then.
Because I think I genuinely I thought about this as I was watching it, and I feel like they never said his name the whole time until the very end. And
Just
then
called him Bill.
I don't think they called him anything. They kept calling him like your husband or your brother or this or that. And then like the last 5 minutes they were going to find him, and someone said, "Hey, who are you looking for?" And they said William Shakespeare. And if I hadn't known it, it would have been like, ooh, reveal moment. I mean, obviously I knew what it was, but yeah. And Heather, it is not a good cry. It is like a life-changing cry.
Yeah. That was Frankenstein.
Thank you so much for putting that
There
up.
it is. I'm looking forward to it. It's actually one of the few that I haven't seen on the list because I was going through the same thing. I was going through all of the ones, and I want to add, first of all, I was assigned a movie, and my movie got snubbed bad, like literally snubbed. So, and if you say that Wicked 2 was worse than Wicked 1, it's because Wicked 2, and you can watch my analysis of it. You can talk to me. You can look at our show about it. It's because it's not a happy ending the way Wicked 1 is. But we're not going to talk about it because it was snubbed. But I'm okay with that. You know why? Because it got awards the first time around. And so that's fine. We need to make room for everybody's voice in this society. So that's fine. But I would like to bring up one other movie that's up, One Battle After Another. It's not,
I didn't like it. Well, I did, but
wait. It's not a witch movie technically, but they do call the main character a witch. And in just one moment where they call, and it's been a while, I haven't seen it for a month, so I can't remember everybody's name, but they call the main character, the female the mother who goes away. The political guys call her a witch. And why do they call her a witch? Because she didn't do what they wanted. The powerful political guys, the white guys, the ones in the little cabal, just the one guy wanted him or the woman for his own. And when she walked away and when she went away and she left and she ignored him and she gets called a witch. So the term is used there in the very classic sense once in the film. So I just thought I'd bring that up. It is a difficult movie. I cried during most of the ones I've seen. Train Dreams made me cry. It was beautiful movie. This one did. I cried at everyone. But this one is a rough movie to watch. But it wasn't but I don't think this is an Oscar winner movie. It's interesting. It's fun. It's well acted. It's not going to win the Oscar.
It's a fine movie. I do not understand why people think it's so great. I thought, again, it was too long. It doesn't, to me, have the degree of difficulty that Sinners did in its making, but the Oscars traditionally have never cared about the degree of difficulty that goes into making a film, which is why superhero movies are not nominated. And another reason why Superman was not nominated, a movie that I love because it's hopeful and makes me feel good and made me cry about 5 times while watching it in the theater, all the many times I watched it.
I have another nominated film that was surprising and not witchy at all. F1.
Yes.
I don't care I don't care about F1 racing. It doesn't interest me, maybe a little bit when they crash, but like overall it is not a topic that I am interested in at all. And Nathan and I went to see it in the theater because there was nothing else and we were bored and it was like $5 Tuesday. So we thought, let's try it. And we both walked out being like, I love that movie. It was so good.
It was fun.
It was good.
It was fun.
And Begonia was garbage and I didn't like any of it at all. So I don't know how that's nominated for anything, but
we're close to running out of time here. But I do want to add on F1. I live with a rabid race car fan and who we saw this one and we saw the Ford v Ferrari back when, am I gone?
No.
No, you're there. I
Okay. Ford v
Jason's
Ferrari.
gone.
Oh, Jason is gone too. So okay, so I thought I froze again. But we saw Ford v Ferrari versus, and we compared this, and he came out of this one going, "This one feels real." They did a great job with F1. I really enjoyed it too. But it's not. It's a great fun movie to watch. But like, what is it called? One Battle After Another. They're not complex. And I just want to also add that I don't know any Superman. I don't know what Jason's talking about. So forget that movie. That was terrible.
Did you not see it? Did you?
I did see it. I did see
His
it.
voice from beyond the grave. What is this? Jason is haunting the Witches Movie Coven.
That's when people badmouth Superman. I am there. I am there.
Where? Where are you?
There he is.
Back.
Jason and his
No, I
what
don't
you
like
get-
Superman.
Oh, bye.
He's gone again. See, you know what? That's not okay. Like I can have an opinion without Jason like storming off. Oh, he's back.
I am human, just like you. The immigrant part, which Superman, of course, is an immigrant. He's been othered by people like Lex Luthor, and there's so much hope and love in the Superman movie, and I think it's great. It certainly doesn't deserve to win Best Picture, but in this time when something can make you feel good, when something can make you feel good about other people, it's really needed, and that's what Superman was for me. Amazing film. Amazing film.
I haven't seen it, but I want to go back to F1 for just a second. I am so glad everyone said Formula One because I was thinking F1. Who are we effing? I don't effing one know. I don't know who is being effed. I really don't know. I am so glad.
There's a lot of people
Well,
to F right now. That's for sure.
Richard
Well,
Lale, both myself and Black Phillip gave you death stares, so I think it might be you.
I might be the one getting effed.
Not in the fun way.
I haven't seen Superman yet, and I haven't seen most of these yet. Heck, I've hardly taken a bath. But I'm with you, Jason, on happy movies. I'm looking at it, I was like, I don't want to tear my heart out and cry at every one of these movies. I don't want to watch wolves be destroyed and cry. Life is scary right now. I want some happy movies. So I'm gonna watch Superman. And F1 if that's a happy movie.
Well,
You know what? Real quick, though, contrary to that, Patty, like I agree with you. Yes, and Jason, we all need a feel-good movie, but sometimes to me it feels like when the world is so F1'd, right? Like that we cannot even comprehend what's going on around us, and you couldn't possibly feel everything that you need to feel for everything that's going on. Sometimes watching a movie that gives you a reason to bawl your eyes out and then you can be done is enough to like let some of that out for a reason and then not fall apart completely and go into a deep hole of depression and never come out. So great. I think they both have a place in this time.
They both have a place.
Crying is cathartic. Cleansing.
And on that note, we could talk about these movies for another hour, I'm sure, because there's so much to talk about, but we are running out of time. So does anybody have anything they want to talk about that's coming up? Courtney?
I'm filming this weekend. I am filming with the XL Network a game show called Truth or Scare, where I have to compete against Christy Parrish, who knows everything, and I'm terrified, in history of the location that we're filming at, among other things, trivia questions. And the loser gets locked into a dark room with a box of random stuff and has to figure out how to ghost hunt with it by themselves. So I'm pretty sure that's going to be me. What?
You're perfect. You're experienced, scared and alone.
I'm going to be scared and alone and with weird things. And like, I don't know. So that's how I'm doing that. So you can see their pilot episodes are on YouTube. So you can check out what I will be up against. And then they're releasing a whole season once they film the whole season. So
cool. Let us know for sure.
Excellent.
We'll do.
Okay.
Who else?
We've got PaganaCon coming up and just
our niece.
Oh,
our niece.
Oh, Ripley's gone. That was Ripley is the newest member of our coven, a little baby.
She's so beautiful.
Who else has something going on? Because we've got to.
No, we got it. We'll talk about it.
Wrap it up. We've got PaganiCon coming up in a few weeks.
What do we have
next week? PaganiCon is next week.
Next week, PaganiCon starts next Friday in Minneapolis. But what movie is next week? I wrote it down. It's hang on, everyone, talk amongst yourselves. I wrote it down, and now
Nightmare Alley.
Nightmare Alley.
Nightmare Alley. Thank you. Nightmare Alley, not the old one from 47, the remake from more recently, I think 2021. So that's our movie for next week. And
I think that's a Del Toro film too, isn't it?
Yep, it is. It is. It should be fun.
Seems like I will be feeling healthy and be without a cough next week. So
because it's not from 1967.
All right. Well,
so
thank
go
you,
ahead, Patti.
Thank you for covering for me, Heather, for me being late. Thank you, everybody, for tuning in. You guys like us, follow us, all those stuff that Richard Lale probably beautifully said in the beginning. We are late, but we have one more thing to do. Now do your Oscar-worthy cackle. 1, 2, 3.